What's up guys, Austin back with another rowing technique video. And in today's video, I'm gonna try to convince you to not row underhandedly. You like to throw in the underhand rowing technique because maybe you're kind of bored with your regular rowing workouts, probably because you don't follow any fun workouts like the workouts you can find in my ebook, Row Your Fat Off. But rowing underhand, it's not good. Now, I'm not here to totally bash and smash the underhanded rowing technique, but I do want to kind of explain why I think that it's unnecessary and it could be preventing you from getting the most out of your rowing. Now, just to clarify what I'm talking about when holding the rowing handle. An underhanded technique is, instead of holding the rowing handle like this, gripping your hands underneath like this. So let me give you 3 reasons why I feel like you shouldn't row underhanded. The first reason is because it inhibits your range of motion. You see, when we put our hands in this sort of underhand style technique, what we're doing is called arm supination. And if you take a look at what supination actually does to your arms, when you flip your palms up and grip underhandedly, you're actually turning your forearms and your upper arms inward, which is essentially closing the gap between your arms and your legs. And if you're someone who might be a bit larger and really struggles to keep the legs together with your arms on the outsides of your legs when you row, if you're supinating and going for this underhanded grip, now you have even less room to get your legs in between your arms. And if you can't get your legs in between your arms, you're either forced to spread your legs out like this, or you're forced to just shorten your stroke. And if this underhanded technique is shortening your range of motion, well, you're missing out on precious inches, maybe even up to like a foot or more on each rowing stroke that you take. And if you're taking hundreds or thousands of rowing strokes, that adds up to quite a bit of distance lost that you could have gotten if you just kept your hands with the overhand technique. And the second reason why I think you should stop using the underhand rowing technique is because it puts quite a bit more stress on your finger flexors and your wrist flexor muscles. Now, these are the muscles that are essentially responsible for bringing your fingers in and turning your wrist up like this. And by having very tight wrist flexors and finger flexors, this can lead to finger pain or, more commonly, joint pain at your elbows. And specifically with inflamed wrist flexors, that can lead to what's called golfer's elbow, which can create a lot of pain here on the inside of your elbow, and that pain is freaking excruciating. I myself dealt with it for almost an entire year, and that sort of injury really takes a long time to heal up. And so if you're constantly in this supinated underhand position, using those muscles more, and with rowing being a very repetitive motion over and over and over again, you're more likely to lead to that inflammation and that strain in those muscle groups. You can even see it in your rowing, that when you're rowing with an underhand grip, your forearms and your finger flexors are having to work a lot more as you pull in the handle. And just because of the nature of the underhand grip, you're actually more likely to curl in the handle at the very end, which is only exaggerating this issue. So if you want to minimize the strain on your fingers and on your forearms, you want to stick with the overhand grip. And the last reason why I think you should avoid the underhand rowing technique is because rowing, while it is a total body exercise, has very little contribution from the arms themselves. Because a lot of people think, okay, well, if I flip my hands up like this, I'm getting more biceps activation when I row. But if you're really looking for biceps and arm development, well, I would suggest supplementing with more arms-focused weight training in addition to your rowing. Mainly because, again, of all of these other issues that we see with the underhand grip. It's just not worth it. But some people say, Austin, like, I just use the underhand grip to just break up the monotony of the rowing stroke. And in that case, if you really need a break from the rowing stroke because you don't want, you need a break, then hop off the machine and take a break, or maybe make it more of a circuit-based style where you do some rowing and then another exercise, and that can be a way to break up the rowing stroke. But you don't need to just flip your hands underneath, especially when it can cause some potential problems. That's just one guy's opinion though, but as far as using the underhand rowing stroke, I definitely don't recommend it. It can shorten your rowing stroke, it can create some potential strain in your fingers, in your forearms, and While rowing being a full body motion, having so little contribution from the arms, that change in style is not going to significantly increase your arms development by any means. So instead, try to stick to the traditional form of rowing. And if you're looking for other rowing technique videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out my other rowing technique videos. Dozens of videos teaching you how to row right and how to make rowing freaking awesome. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, I want to hear your feedback, and of course, let me know what you guys want to see next. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.